Hi, and welcome to another episode of Tool Talk. I'm Mark the Window Cleaner, the show brought to you by WindowCleaningResource.com. Well, today I want to talk to you about a product that I've been probably emailed about the most from the Tool Talk fans out there. In fact, even dating back as far as 2.5, 3 years ago, I think it's been about 3 years since I did my first Tool Talk. I've been getting emails from people saying, "Hey Mark, when are you going to review the Garelick Pole?" And I've never really had a need to go out and get a Garelick Pole. I didn't really see anything that was more advantageous with this pole over, let's say, an Unger pole or an Ettore reach pole. But I figured, you know what, it's about time I check out this pole and find out what's the big deal. Now, the first thing you're going to notice about this pole is that it has a standard Acme tip. Now, this kind of thing really threw me off in the beginning anyway. It's not going to accommodate most of my tools. However, most of you will know that you can go out and get a wooden cone adapter, which will screw onto a basic Acme thread, and I think I've even seen a plastic cone adapter so that you can use it with any of your window cleaning tools. I'm not a huge fan of the wooden pole tip because it's, still there's the odd tool that I may have that still kind of wants to slip off it. I like the locking pole tips. But anyway, for the most part, working with this, it's not a big deal. So you just screw this on, the wooden pole tip. And there you go. We're all ready. Stick any window cleaning tool pretty much on here. We're fine. Now, for those of you unfamiliar with the Garelick Pole, to adjust the size, you basically just turn half a turn counterclockwise, pull it out to your whatever length you want. Now this is a 3-section 8-foot pole. You just twist it, lock it into place, and you're ready to go. First thing I noticed about this pole instantly was how strong it was. Now my normal 8-foot pole is a 2-section Opti-Lock pole from Unger. I always consider that to be a pretty decent pole, but I was really quite amazed at how this pole feels as far as strength goes. A good example, the other day I was doing gutter whitening on a bungalow. Now normally when I do gutter whitening on a bungalow, I don't get up on the ladder, I use an extension pole. And 9 times out of 10 what I'll do is I'll take the top 2 sections of my 30-foot Unger pole, and each section is 6 feet, but I'll have them overlapping a fair bit so that it keeps the pole pretty strong and rigid. And it can pretty much reach anything. Maybe it's set at about 9-10 feet, and I can pretty much reach anything on a bungalow, and it's not bad. Now this is an 8-foot pole. I figured, okay, maybe I'm going to be reaching a little bit, or maybe once I get it fully extended it's going to feel a little flimsy, but in actual fact it was the exact opposite. Doing this gutter whitening, I've never felt like I've had such strong rigid control on a pole for putting pressure when you're applying the gutter whitening solution onto the eaves. It was just perfect. So I was very happy within that regard. Now, like I mentioned earlier, I'm not a huge fan of the wooden pole tips. I think that's the only thing I'm going to have to kind of come up with my own solution. I may modify the end of this pole tip, or like I said, I think I've seen a plastic pole tip that might work a little bit better. For instance, my Ergotech swivel lock strip washer, it doesn't want to fit on here because of the swivel mechanism that's inside the handle of that tool. It doesn't allow the tool to pressure fit, get down enough and pressure fit onto the wood pole tip like I would like. And that's a T-bar that I use quite a lot. So it's one of those little things I'm going to have to just come up with a little solution for myself. Other than that, most of my other tools, we take a look at the Ergotech handle. It fits on pretty good, pressure fits. I mean, it will spin if you put pressure on it. Not a huge deal, not a big problem there. One of the other features that I never really thought I would even look at as being a benefit is the end cap, the handle part. It's a nice, soft, almost gummy kind of rubber, as opposed to the Unger and even the Ettore. If I remember correctly, at least my first Ettore pole had a very hard, smooth plastic handle. One thing I've had a couple of experiences where I've been inside maybe a commercial property or even inside a home, but more often when I'm inside a commercial property, I'm done using the pole for a second, so I lean it off to the side, and because it's got such a smooth handle, what does it do? It just rides down the wall and slides along the floor, and then bang, it drops. You got a couple seconds of embarrassment there. This one here, with having a nice soft rubber tip, as soon as you lean it up against the wall, it doesn't want to slide at all. It just stays in place. It's such a simple little thing, but it's like one of those things where you have 2 or 3 times where your pole drops on you, makes lots of racket inside a store. It doesn't make you look too good. You stick with this one here, lean it up against the wall, no problems there. So once again, I think the biggest feature about this pole is that it's strong. I had a helper the other day helping me on a job, and I said, here, you use this one, and at the end, I said, what do you think about the pole? And said, oh, that's a great pole, nice and strong, and whatever. And this is a person who usually complains about half the tools I have them use. So, if it's good for them, it's good for you. It's certainly good for me. The Garelick pole, this is a 3-section, 8-foot pole. They got various other different sizes out there. Go check them out, windowcleaningresource.com. Okay, bye for now.